Beautiful people, good afternoon to you. How no do? I hope you guys are great. I hope you guys are fantastic. Listen to me now, beautiful people. So my colleague showed me something today and I smiled and I said I would go home and just do some kind of, just look at what is happening. So I notice it says the caption, and I'm paraphrasing the caption, government basically to contemplate increasing the income tax threshold. All right, so and Minister Clarke would have been speaking on the matter, since he's the Minister of Finance and Public Service, serves the public. Minister, Dr. Clarke, I have not seen you in a while. I wonder if you took a hiatus from politics or you demitted office, you migrated. I didn't know, I'm glad to see that you're still in the land of the living. These days we have to check up on each other because today somebody's here, tomorrow they're gone. Since none of us as human beings will be escaping life alive, it is good to know that people are alive and well. I kid you not on that. That is a serious situation. Some people that we never thought would have just gone. And I'm not talking necessarily through sickness or old age. Just a part of life. Oh, so it is good to see you. I didn't see you in a while. The last time I think I saw you speaking after you tipped on your toe and you gave a resounding sermon. I really didn't see you so much after that. Just a little trickling for a while, when the rebuttals came on. So, sir, I was listening to a 28-second. You were speaking with somebody named Siobhan to say basically, and I'm going to talk about your nonverbal cues and your verbal ones. So, in your nonverbal cues, you basically were saying, based on how I heard it, because I had to play it over and over. Look here, Jamaica undergo a whole heap of stress. We really cannot manage a threshold increase. At least we have to see, because we have to make sure the sustainability for it is there. But your word said Jamaica can't manage, and you paused. Then you said they need to realize the gains that we have achieved basically. So we can't just basically come up in a nutshell the increase, if an increase is possible. So I was quite confused as to how to read your nonverbal cues and what you said verbally, sir. To be very honest with you, I was a bit confused, but I thought to myself, I said a few months ago or weeks ago, let us use weeks, there were you politicians, some of you got an increase in your salaries, some 100%, some 200%, some 300%, and I didn't hear the gun go off in terms of the sustainability of paying you the premium salaries month after month after month, because you guys, according to how I heard your opponent, Mark, what's his name again, for PNP, the leader of opposition, Mark Golding, said that he knows that is something that you guys have to accept. Because I remember he was saying that when the Prime Minister said that he wouldn't take his, he didn't know that it is almost like he was saying he didn't even know that was constitutionally correct. The impression that he had to take the increase. All right. So you guys are able to take the 100%, 200%, and 300% increase. I know Mark Golding said that he would give 80% in charities and so on and so on. Although somebody tell me that with charities, that's a little funny because it still really belongs to the individual and they can take it back for themselves. But I hope that's so not true. I don't know. I that's what I was told, for those who are aware what charities are all about. So Dr. Clarke, increasing the threshold. Sometimes when I look at how government organizations get monies to sustain it, it comes in various ways, a plethora of ways. So it comes through grants, it comes through aids, it comes through loans, it comes through sponsorships, it comes through band-aids, it comes through medicine. I mean, it comes through tablets. When I say tablets, I think I'm being a little bit humorous here, but being serious when I'm talking about medicine, tablets and all of that. But you get it all angles, in every way that you can think of. And I say to myself, it just seems as if, government seem to run neck and neck in terms of monies coming in with non-government organization, or profit-making organizations. Let me say it that way. It just seemed to be neck and neck, like a two Usain Bolts in a track, in a final track 100-meter race. Sir, the increase can happen. You can increase and it can be sustainable. If you are able to sustain the 100%, 200%, 300% increase in salaries, trust me, the threshold can be increased. And I hope that you're like a man like David, King David, who was a man after God's own heart, where you will deal with the Jamaican people fairly and justly, that it will be a sensible increase, not a 20% increase in comparison to a 300% increase. You see the disparity between Lazarus and the rich man? There is a gulf. So we're hoping and with full confidence that it will be a substantiated increase. It can happen, sir. So when you're saying that you have to be crunching numbers and all of that, a man of your wit, a man of your expertise, a man of your knowledge, come on, sir. I was hoping that you would have said to the Jamaican people, well, I would be going on my knees tonight and asking Jesus Almighty to grant me wisdom, more knowledge and understanding how to deal with the Jamaican people. Because, sir, it seems as if that part has eluded you. Because I'm not sure what gains it is that you're talking about that the Jamaicans would have gotten. Their suffering. The gains that I'm seeing, they're in the infrastructure in terms of new homes and houses being built, roads being patched. I don't know if it's a pro patch being used or something more sturdy. The new highway, which I really admire. From Johnny was in his mother's womb, not Johnny was a boy, it has been $1.5 million. It can increase. From the very present, the very esteemed, the very effervescent, a politician that I genuinely really like, Audley Shaw, when he was Minister of Finance. I really did, because I just found him so humorous when he would come on with his facetious comments from time to time. He really was a consummate politician. But from his day and his reign as Minister of Finance, Sir Dr. Clarke, the Honorable Clarke, it was $1.5 million. Sir, I ask of you, go home tonight. Ask Jesus to give you wisdom, more knowledge and understanding in how to love, be compassionate, be kind to the Jamaican people. Please, do so, sir. It behooves you to increase the threshold. It does. It certainly does, sir. It can be done and it can be sustained. It can be. I don't know what it is with algorithm and you. I don't know what it is with algorithm and you. You two seem to not have a symbiotic relationship. Perhaps you two could go to counseling to see what the issue is. Why is it that you and the algorithm can't seem to see eye to eye? Algorithm is on the Jamaican people's side, but I don't know. I don't know, sir. What is the block? What is a blockade? What is the hindrance? What is the obstacle? It can be increased, Dr. Nigel Clarke, Minister of Finance and serving the public service, sir. Minister of Finance and public service. You have such a mammoth task. 2 fundamental roles. You definitely need that King Solomon asked God for when he saw, when his father left him a legacy. And he saw that, my God, I'm going to have to lead and rule these people. Lord, grant me wisdom, knowledge, and understanding in how to deal with people. Yeah, man, you can pray that prayer. Don't worry. I know everything all we know. The Bible says, for we know in part, and we prophesy in part. So in other words, not one human won't know everything. So all of us won't know everything, basically. So if you're confused that way, I guarantee if you pray that prayer, God will reveal to you. Because you would have been pleasing God by following the commandment that is considered the greatest commandment, loving God with all of your heart, with all of your soul, with all of your mind, with all of your strength. And if you do that, it means then you will love your neighbor just as how you love yourself. It means some people don't love themselves, so we take it further. You will treat your neighbor the very same way you want to be treated. So, Minister Clarke, I definitely, categorically look forward to you raising the income tax threshold to a just and a fair amount. Guys, follow me on TikTok, subscribe to my YouTube channel, certainly share this message.